Hey guys, and welcome to my Let's Play series for Train Simulator 19. Good afternoon, driver. Today you'll be operating an ECS moving from Wimbledon Yard into London Waterloo, ready to form an extra Hounslow loop service in the evening peak. Follow all the instructions carefully to avoid disrupting services, as you'll be pulling onto the busy up fast line in a short window. For your first instruction, you will have been given a marker to stop at. You may stop at or after this point, but stopping before it will block the junction. Okay then. Let's get the cab ready. So we are on the Portsmouth the Rec line, if you didn't know already. Let's put the lights on, let's put the head today. Oops. That should be ready. So, Train Simulator 19 is finally released, and of course it is available in 64-bit. So what I've done for this now is I've upped the graphics settings, not to the max, but higher than I normally do. I thought we would play this route because it's the most recent UK route in the game, and it's quite heavy on the computer in terms of frame rate. So. And it is, of course, one of the routes that you get with Train Simulator 2019 if you do choose to purchase it. So I thought this would be a pretty good route to start off Train Simulator 19 with. So yeah, seems like it's raining a little bit. So actually, it's raining quite a lot actually. So we're all on the wipers, and we are driving a class 455 as well. So far, I haven't really noticed anything with the frame rate. It is pretty laggy, as you would imagine, as we are on the Sidings near Wimbledon. Quite a lot of AI trains, static trains around us, so which is not really helping the situation at all. I want to be speeding. But yeah, essentially 64-bit should, I guess, help with the lag, and I guess people will be able to make longer routes and make them more stable, I guess, but that's what we hope for. But so far I'm not seeing any difference between Train Simulator 2018 32-bit and Train Simulator 19 64-bit, so yeah. So I do have an i7 6-core processor and 16 gigs of RAM, so I should notice some difference, but we'll see how this scenario goes in terms of the frame rate as we approach London Waterloo, where it will be quite busy. But our first stop is near the Wimbledon Top Yard Wash Road 1 apparently. It's actually raining quite a bit now, which is definitely making this scenario very laggy. Maybe I shouldn't have upped the graphics settings, but maybe I was expecting a bit too much from the 64-bit upgrade. So for those of you who are trying to access the 64-bit version of this game, Dovetail Games have mentioned that you have to essentially do something where you have to double click a bat file in local files for the game, but it is basically the file isn't available yet. So if you do want to access it, then essentially you'll just have to click on Railwork 64, and essentially Train Simulator 19 in 64-bit will open for you. You won't have to double click the bat file, which isn't there, so I'm not too sure what's happening with that. Maybe some kind of bug with the game as they released on Steam, so yeah. I'm sure Dovetail Games will fix that eventually. Level 455 going to Wimbledon. Well, the next stop should be Wimbledon. I believe Wimbledon is towards that side, while we're going towards London Waterloo. Actually, that might be going to Clapham Junction actually, or Waterloo, because we're actually turning back, I think. I'm pretty sure of, so Anyway, we'll see. So, where's Clapham Junction is that side, so yeah. We will be turning back. So we need to stop right on the marker and not before, otherwise we will block the junction and probably cause the scenario to crash, I guess. There we go. Last 444. Good job. Now switch cab to the other end of the train and pull out onto the main line. You will be required to stop briefly at Durnsford Road staff halt to allow the guard to board before continuing your journey. Okay then. Let's the lights off. Switch cabs. There we go. On the wipers. Put the lights on. Come on. Damn it. There we go. And let's get going. Fortunately, it's a 5-mile-an-hour speed limit, so it's gonna be a bit of a slow journey till there. Speeding. Probably should have picked a bit of a less intense scenario, I guess, in terms of graphics, but I think this is a good indication that 64-bit might not seem like the biggest change in Train Simulator, and even if you have a decent computer with a lot of RAM, then don't expect too much from it, I guess, because at the moment I'm not really seeing any difference at all. And to be fair, I am not even running on full graphic settings either, so I think that clearly shows that expect the minimum. However, if you do have quite a bad PC, then you might notice a little bit difference with 64-bit. But like Train Simulator 32-bit runs somewhat okay on my computer anyway, so maybe I shouldn't expect too much difference to 64-bit. So we're going to be stopping at Durnsford Road Staff Hall to pick up what is it called? I think the guard or something. Kinda wish the speed limit was a bit faster, but unfortunately not. Okay, let's see if we can actually see the guard from here. I'm guessing he's somewhere here, but I can't find him. So yeah, I know it's quite laggy, but you can kind of see how many trains there are at our location. It's like quite a lot of trains, and it's raining as well, so don't be too surprised that it's lagging quite a lot now. I think even on the best computer this would lag as much as this anyway, so because there's like at least 10 to 15 trains around this area, which is pretty crazy. I think when we were looking for the guard, we were looking at the wrong place actually. I was looking over here, but we are switching on to the main line. We have a green signal, so we're good to go. Currently we're stopping in 0.03 miles, so guess I'll stop on the dot. I think it will do actually. The guard's taking his time, isn't he? Does he know that we've got other things to do? Okay, there we go. Excellent. Now continue ECS movement into London Waterloo. You will have a slow approach to the terminus as you are routed into platform 16 on the Windsor line. Windsor lines. Nice. We are going via Clapham Junction, platform 8, is it? Yep, platform 8. And the speed limit's gone up, so we can actually go a bit faster now, thank God for that. Just over 2 miles to go to Clapham Junction, and a few more miles up until London Waterloo. Okay, speed limit's gone up. Let's actually go a bit faster. So we do have to keep an eye on the signals as it is a slow approach into Waterloo. We're not on a passenger service or anything like that. station is Earlsville, I believe. I'm pretty sure this is. Well, second I actually forgot what station this was. I remember there's only one station between Wimbledon and Clapham Junction, and that is Earlsville. On the mainland, that is. Conditions, going via Clapham Junction a bit late. It seems like we had to arrive at 15:22, which I should have probably checked before we, I guess, departed Wimbledon, I guess. So I do apologize. We'll probably get an X for that. So. Oh well. Waterloo. Anyways, I guess we will probably have green signals all the way now because we are going to be approaching Clapham Junction late by a few minutes. Actually getting quite laggy now as we approach Clapham Junction. I bet he did add quite a lot of AI around this station, so probably won't be able to do any train spotting yet because it will lag quite a lot. Points for being late. I thought it was speeding, but obviously we're not speeding, so that was a bit weird. Normally it doesn't say, normally it doesn't flash when you actually are late, so that was a bit weird. Anyways, we lost some points there, but that's okay. Kind of want to take some screenshots. Considering we're doing an ECS move, actually, we're essentially overtaking our passenger service, which is quite weird. But normally a passenger service does take priority of an ECS movement, so I kind of feel like we should slow down. Anyways, yeah, I think we're arriving a bit too early. our train and this train going at the same speed, which is kind of funny actually. You don't normally see two trains going at the same speed in the same direction, so that's kind of really unique. Yeah, I think that's actually. Why am I not doing that? Though it did allow us to pass the next signal, I think we should not pass it. Even though the next signal is a green signal, is it? Or is it the yellow one? No, the yellow. It has turned green though, so I think we should be okay now. Then again, we are 2 minutes early, so I'm not too sure. And our ETA for the London Waterloo is at 15:35. Very busy Vauxhall station, plenty of AI trains. In this type of situation you would expect the 64-bit of train simulator to actually perform better, but I'll be honest, if I was playing in 32-bit I'd probably experience the same amount of lag actually, so I am kind of a bit disappointed in that nothing has really improved in my opinion. Maybe on different routes it improves a lot more than others, I guess, so. And this is quite an intense scenario as well, so, and an intense route, so maybe that's why it's not really performing as well as I thought it would. So we have already passed Vauxhall even though we were meant to arrive at 15:30. So we got like 5 minutes to get to London Waterloo, so I'm sure it will tell us to stop at some point with a red signal. Windsor and Reading lines are on the left hand side and all the main lines on the right hand side. We need to slow down. As we approach London Waterloo. Quite a lot of tracks, as you would expect. There should normally be class 458s and class 700s on these platforms, but they're not in the game, so obviously the trains are running over Reading and Windsor and Eton and the Riverside lines, where the 450s and 444s are on the main line as well as the 158, I believe as well. We are approaching London Waterloo. It does seem like it's a bit more stable at London Waterloo than it was at the beginning of the scenario, so that's a bit interesting, but let's start slowing down now. And I'm guessing this will form another service to whoever it does want to go. Won't be opening doors. Actually, we will. He does want us to pick up some passengers, so we'll do that. I'm guessing this is platform 18, 17, this is, okay, we're on 16, so this was 17, 18, 19. And then we have obviously the all Eurostar terminals, which are gonna be used by South Western Railway at some point. Got a mixture of different trains at Waterloo, very nice. Kinda wish we did have 458s and class 700s in the game, but maybe one day will work, and then Waterloo will be perfect. And obviously 158s are missing, but that's okay. I don't think I have the reskin for the 158 anyway. And the scenario should end any second now. still raining very heavily, apparently. Even though we are indoors, that's kind of weird. Anyways, well, that's Train Simulator for you. Well done, driver. This train is ready to help with this train of the afternoon rush hour. So we ended up with 791 points, which is, I think, a silver. I think might not even be a silver actually. I think silver is like 850 points now, so we'll see. Definitely give it a thumbs up. Apparently that's a gold. Wow. Anyways, we were late once, twice, yeah. Anyways, hopefully guys enjoy this one. If you did, give it a like, share it with your friends, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.